Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Bill Shaka here, and welcome to another edition of the 5-Minute Motivator. Standard disclaimer, remember, one take wonders, not a lot of post-production work. I'm hearing dogs in the background barking from building to building. They're saying something to each other. I'm not quite sure what it is. I'm also hearing birds chirping from tree to tree, talking to each other. I'm not sure what they're saying, but the point is that it causes this gigantic cacophony. I hope you can get past it. I hear the birds right now. The dog stopped. Being such an animal person, I don't necessarily mind. I kind of like listening to them, but I don't want it to disturb you. Okay, so what are we going to be doing over the next couple days? One thing I noticed, aside from the fact that individuals like shorter 5-minute motivators, they like series, they like parts. That's what I've been finding out anyway. You correct me if I'm wrong. So here's what I'm going to be doing over the next 3 sessions. I've got a 3-part series. Today and tomorrow we're going to be discussing the top 5 mistakes made by new supervisors. And then on the 3rd day, we're going to be discussing 3 strategies about what to do to make sure that you don't commit those 5 mistakes. So this is a new supervisory for new supervisors. I teach this a lot live sessions, face to face, and I will tell you that many new supervisors got a lot of great information from this. Now, of course, I'm keeping these short. It's not going to be a 3 or 4 hour or even a 7-hour event. So obviously, I'm going to be leaving some material out. But let me go over some ideas about supervision, why it's so important, and then we'll cover the first several topics today. Understand, supervisors are a very rare breed. Do you realize that, oh, there's the dogs. Supervisors are the only people within the organization that manage workers. Think about it. Everybody else manages managers. The supervisor manages individual contributors. But the manager of the supervisor manages the supervisors. The manager of the manager manages the managers, and so forth, all the way up the line. Oh, granted, maybe you might have an administrative assistant working for you or something to that effect, but in general, it's the supervisors that are the ones that are the individuals that manage the workers. And that puts supervisors in a very strange predicament. I like to kind of call them the Oreo cookie within the organization. In other words, they have management pressing down, they have workers pressing up, and they're kind of like that white cream in the middle that gets squeezed. The end result is that they have an extremely difficult role dealing with individual contributors. Well, okay, so let's say you are promoted now into the role of supervisor. You accept the position. Many do not. Here are 5 common mistakes that new supervisors make. I'm only going to cover the first 2 today. Supervisors still think they are one of the coworkers. You're not. Okay, you need to understand that you are now in the role of management. So you can't just roll up your sleeves and start doing stuff with the employees. I'm not saying you can't chip in, but remember, your job is to be a manager. Every time you do something, you are creating a level of codependency. They're going to be expecting you to continue to do that, and when you don't, they're going to get mad. Okay, so you can't just simply continue to be a coworker. Here's the second issue that I found that many supervisors make. They try to be friends and not the boss. Look, you are working with these people for a number of years side by side. You're their friends. Maybe you went to their outings in the summer, barbecues. Maybe you went to their house for holidays. We'll talk about that a little bit tomorrow. But what I am saying to you right now is that you cannot necessarily only be their friend. They will take advantage of that. Most people will take advantage of that. What you need to do is be the boss. Now, we'll talk about what that means in some of the points tomorrow. But just in general, keep these in mind. The first 2 mistakes of 5 mistakes that new supervisors make, they still think they're one of the coworkers, and they try to be friends and not necessarily the boss. Put those into perspective. Bill Shaka, looking forward to seeing you in tomorrow's edition. Bye-bye.